The NPA will not be pursuing charges against security branch officers involved in the Ahmed Timol murder. The anti-apartheid activist died in 1971 whilst in custody. Officers who were interrogating him claimed he threw himself out of a 10th floor window of John Vorster Square. So let's get more details from Timol's nephew, Imtiaz Ahmed Kaji. Imtiaz, thanks a lot for joining us this evening. It's alleged the NPA will not be pursuing charges against the two security branch officers. How were you informed?
Good evening, Faith, and many thanks for hosting me. No, I've been hounding the NPA, Faith, for more than 30 months on this particular matter, for them to come up with a decision. And about 2 weeks ago, finally, I got some correspondence where they provided, in our view, flimsy reasons for them not instituting any charges against Neville Els and said sons, Faith.
So then how does that make you feel as a family?
Look, Faith, I'm not surprised at all by this particular decision, because for the 30 months that I'm referring to, I mean, I've been given different sets of stories, the docket moving from one office to another, including Tory Pretorius and Chris McAdam from the Priority Crimes Litigation Unit. And in actual fact, the NDPP herself, Faith, who was responding to me that the matter was getting priority. But at the end of the day, the reasons that are provided are absolutely shocking, because they are sending a clear message to democratic South Africa that apartheid-era perpetrators, if they come to a reopening of any particular inquest, they lie under oath. In our view, that is what Neville Els and said sons has done, which Judge Bali Motley concurred in his ruling. Well, the NPA have simply decided that for them it's not good enough due to the age, to the time period, and the fact that they've denied these particular charges. So, no charges to be instituted against them. And I think the many families that I'm in contact with, that I closely work with, are totally dismayed. And this is something with our legal team that we will definitely be pursuing, Faith.
Yeah, I mean, accepting the explanation that the prescription has set in as a period of 20 years has passed since the commission of offences in itself. Do you guys accept it as a family?
No, most certainly. But that is not the issue. I mean, the issue is that they lied under oath at the 2017 inquest, Faith. This is precisely what Judge Bali Motley said. He was well aware that that the torture that they were alleged to have initiated against political detainees had prescribed. So that was definitely not the issue. The issue was that under oath they had lied, they had both denied, and in the fact of said sons, Faith, let me tell you, we got 5 witnesses who came forward who were personally tortured by said sons. And the one is the Deputy Secretary General of the African National Congress, Comrade Jessie Duarte, who provided evidence of her and her entire family being tortured by said sons. But it's very evident that this evidence provided is not good enough for the NPA.
Why do you think the NPA, Ahmed, is not pursuing charges against the two individuals that are implicated in the death of Ahmed Timol?
Look, Faith, I mean, one needs to just look at the timeline of events. The Priority Crimes Litigation Unit was created in terms of proclamation by the President in 2003. The reopening of the Ahmed Timol inquest was the first TRC matter that was investigated with a successful reopening, which was not driven by the NPA, but driven by the Foundation for Human Rights, led by Yasmin Suka, who had set up a team. The case of Nokatula Simelane has been on the court roll since 2013-2014. And again, it has not even formally commenced in the form of court proceedings. So there's a clear pattern that the NPA is not interested. There's absolutely no political will. In the case of the reopening of the Dr. Neil Agat inquest, Faith, the day that it was announced by the minister, a day before, one of the main apartheid-era perpetrators responsible for torturing Dr. Neil Agat had passed on. So they literally wait till he passed on before they actually pronounced the reopening of the Agat inquest. And the same has happened in the inquest of Dr. Hussein Hafiji, a critical police perpetrator by the name of Andy Taylor, had to pass on until the NPA decided to reopen this matter. So we as families, and many families throughout the length and breadth of this country, will definitely, with our legal team, pursue this matter, because it is setting a very dangerous precedent that in a democratic South Africa, for apartheid-era perpetrators to lie in a democratic court in South Africa is acceptable.
Yeah. You're saying that you'll be pursuing the matter even further. Where to from here for the family?
No, obviously the legal team is busy studying the decision, Faith. And one of the things that we will definitely be asking is, we'd like to see the contents of the docket. That on what basis was an investigation conducted? Because all indications indicate that if the witnesses who had made the allegations against Sons were not even interviewed, then the question must be asked, was Neville Elst and Seth Sons, were they interviewed by the NPA? Or did the NPA become the mouthpiece of apartheid-era police officers that they could just simply make this decision?
We're going to leave it there. That was MTS Ahmed Kaji, the nephew of the late Ahmed Timol. So as the case continues, we'll be hearing more from them and hopefully getting a response from the National Prosecuting Authority. However, still